Hello, tarot friends. This is Ultraviolet Morgan, and it is 7:58 in the morning on a Saturday, I believe. Not my ideal time for being awake, but I happen to be awake, and the house is quiet for a moment, so I decided that I would get right into my guidance oracle cards that I bought from Walmart.com. And these are Doreen Virtue, but they are highly recommended even by some people who, or a lot of people who don't even care for Doreen Virtue too much. Really do like this deck. And my other, I think of it as a goddess deck, goddess oracle, the Divine Feminine Oracle. I've had this one. This is the one I bought last year in my first tarot and oracle purchase of recent times. So I have not done a walkthrough or anything with this, but I have used it in readings. I'm pretty sure it's in some of my pick a card readings. So sometime maybe I will do a walkthrough of this because this is a really stunning deck. So I'm probably going to be comparing these in my mind to some extent. But we'll just scooch that over because we're going to talk about the goddess guidance oracle cards. The deck that I shouldn't, if I were wise, I might not even open. But guess what? I'm opening it, okay? I'm going for it. It did occur to me. Okay, I think I'm afraid to open it. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And then I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it. You know, I could purchase. See, I have poked it, so I could purchase a used one maybe somewhere. And then keep this one, keep it wrapped. I really just want to be careful not to puncture the box. So there we go. There we got a good pull. I mean, to be honest, I probably could do that, but then again, I really don't, at this time, want to get two of these decks because there's so many other decks I still want to get. So I can't spend my money. I don't really want to spend my money right now on, there's going to be a little bit of my messy room, on repeat decks. Okay, this box is stiff for sure. And, okay. Alright. I have a box or two that are clamshell. And then there's the lift off. And I wasn't sure for a minute which this was, but it is the lift off. So here's the guidebook. And I'm gonna really quickly, okay, so there are pictures. I personally don't care if there's pictures. Don't mind in the slightest if they're not full size, full color pictures, because I have the cards for that. So I would rather that the guidebook spend more time, more of its space on words than on a repeat of pictures. So here we have, oh my goodness, my second gilded deck, unintentional. Okay, and man, the more I get into this deck, and it's brand new, I don't tear these. I like to just slide them off if possible, and sometimes you gotta just pull a few out, and there you go. Yeah, brand new, excellent, amazing condition. And what are you doing, girl? Why? But, yeah, I did it. It's alright. So first of all, I'm going to look at the backs. Oh, boy. I like those backs. I don't think anything in the packaging. It's kind of suggested here in this, right here. Oh, it's really suggested. That's fantastic. Alright, that's pretty cool. So I knew it does have, you see it and it's familiar, but it's different. So the backing, I think, is pretty great. The cardstock is quite thick. Very nice. The size is good. It's a probably standard Oracle size-ish. Oh, well, here is one of my Divine Feminine cards. So it's actually close, but it's close, but it's a little tiny bit wider and maybe a smidge shorter. I'm not entirely sure on that. And then here we'll take a Fountain Tarot card. And so there it is next to the Fountain Tarot. For a couple of, here's another, the Magical Mermaids Oracle deck. Very similar. So, similar size, good size. Happy with the size. Moving on to the cards. We're only 7 minutes in. It's not like I took 20 minutes to get to the cards, so. Oh. Abundantia prosperity. Oh yeah, they have that stickiness people talk about. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. I'm filming and I'm looking past the camera so I can see the cards. Oh. Because this is not, looking through the camera, this card does not impress me. Looking at it in real life, it does. There is this cornucopia, abundance, prosperity, wonderful, this golden cornucopia, which is also like, the first thing I noticed was sort of a moon shape. And then the swirls. I'm a big fan of the swirl movement in artwork. And it's very glittery. All the glitters is not gold, but there's lots of glittery gold here. This is a very like Ace of Cups to me. All the blessings from heaven. But with a different, very different, look, but that kind of feeling to me. I was even going to say Ace of Wands, a little bit Ace of, like all the aces together, okay? All the aces together. Abundantia. I do not know if Abundantia is not a goddess I've ever heard of. I'm just going to say that much. The guidebook says, I'm skimming and I don't see that it says anything about where this goddess comes from. So, literally, I don't even know if it's made up. Of course, all deities are made up in a way, or, it's our projections upon the divine, I believe. Our impressions, we kind of make up how we look at them. Now, that's kind of magical if I tip it like that. I know it's a lot of time spent on one card. Sorry, guys. Arikura blossoming. Oh, boy. This is very gorgeous. Oh, my goodness. Very feminine. All right, very first thought, Virgin Mary. Second thought, female genitalia in a very, very beautiful, stunning way. blossoming, which perfectly matches with blossoming, of course. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process and do not give up. Oh, very encouraging. During Virtue cards do tend to have a lot of words, which I like words. I'm a reader, I'm a writer, but I think the too many words bring you over to your left brain, and fewer words allow you to use your right brain a little bit more. But I think that as you get used to the cards and you start to sort of ignore the words, you're able to use that. But yeah, that is a really gorgeous picture, and I'm pretty sure Doreen Virtue is not an artist; she's an author. So I do not know who actually did the artwork for these. But moving along, Aphrodite, one of my first goddesses that I worked with. This is nice. This is nice, she says. Doesn't have a strong Aphrodite feel to me, actually. But it's nice. Awakening the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Yeah, I don't know. This Aphrodite feels a little bit neutered. Like, man, I'll tell you, the goddess, this blossoming goddess, is more sensual and sexual than Aphrodite. Nothing wrong with her, but she's just nothing about sexuality either. Dance, self-care, and divinity. Okay. Artemis. Oh, see, now that's a pretty good depiction of Artemis. Safety and spiritual protection. Athena, inner wisdom. Crinkle, crinkle. They're stuck together. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. The messages on this are really good, I think. I don't always love so much message where there's not a lot of room to interpret, I guess. But I think these messages are really good. They're really helpful. They're really, for me, they sound like things I need to hear. So, Bridget, don't back down. Oh, love it. No, I won't back down. I will stand my ground. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. That may be the only singing you ever hear from me because I'm pretty terrible at it. The Butterfly Maiden. Oh yeah. That gives me some real happy feels. I don't know what it is with Doreen Virtue, but she feels the need to have the most ginormous borders, and it's so separating from the more border, the more separate you are from the picture. I feel like that anyway. I like how this it made me think of stained glass when I first saw it. And butterflies are a symbol in my family for my mother, so. Cavan Tina. Cavan Tina I've heard of from, I believe she might be in a book or something that Samantha Menzo has been talking about. I don't know, because I saw her do a book review thing, and now it's all blurred together, so I'm not sure if Cavan Tina, I've heard her talk about Cavan Tina, so I don't know if it's Cavan Tina from a book, or she just is a fan of Cavan Tina, the goddess, which I've never heard of before, other than her mentions. But clearly she exists outside of Doreen Virtue universe. So it's time for a cleansing, detoxifying of your body and mind. Yeah, this is a very temperance-y card. Yeah, that's nice. Damara, guiding children. That's a sweet card. Dana, the high priestess, our cover model. You have divine knowledge and can help others through your spiritual teaching. You know what? I can't wait to start using these cards. Diana, focused intention. Diana is another incarnation of Artemis, who we just saw. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target. Ooh, and you will make your mark. Wonder Woman is also, I think, based off of Diana and Artemis, the Amazon. Her name is Diana. And there's a lot of hints, I think, and clues that, to me, that point to her being based somewhat off of Diana. Freya, bold. I wanted to say Freya the bold. Unleash your adventurous side, take risks and daring. Yeah, I like. This does feel like that. It feels bold and daring. There's this cat. Is it a cat? I think it's a cat. And Freya, of course, is a Norse god, so a Viking sort of god. She's got wings here behind her head. She's got a horn. I have drank from a Viking drinking horn, if that matters to anyone, but I have. It's an experience that I have had. And we've got this like crystal mountain in the background. This is a bold card with a bold meaning. So, and a good message. Fortune favors the bold, okay? This doesn't say that. It says unleash your adventurous side. Green Tara. Yeah, Green Tara is in my... Or Tara, some people say Green Tara. Is in my Divine Feminine. Start delegating. It's a different kind of goddess message. This card is very green. And I have noticed that the borders are different colors. I think that they just picked colors that go with the card, whether it sets it off or whether it blends in. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. No, Green Tower, no. No, I can do it by myself. I'm a big girl. I can do it. I can do it myself. My middle son, when he was little, would say, he was just a toddler, he'd push away any help. He'd say, I already had to know. Guinevere, true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Well, I feel like Guinevere is not a goddess, technically, which I don't really mind her being in the deck, but B, a lot more nuanced than that. I mean, true love. When we talk about Guinevere and true love, who are we talking about? We're not talking about Arthur, really. We would be talking about Lancelot. And there's a lot of heartbreak, and the love between Guinevere and Lancelot brought down Camelot. And was she killed for it? I can't remember if Arthur saved her. Or Lancelot saved her. What exactly happened in the ending? But, true love is, well, I guess. I don't know. We do think of her in that way, so. Ishtar, boundaries. Beautiful, beautiful Ishtar. Ishtar is one of my favorites. They're all my favorites, but I mean, Ishtar is one I'm glad to see in here. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Amen, Ishtar. Amen, sister. Isis and Ishtar, I feel, are definitely incarnations of the same. Even if you think of them as all being different faces of one divinity, Isis and Ishtar are really closely related, but it's alright that they each have their own card. That's good. Isis. Past life. The situation involves your past life memories. It's a good spot. It's a good card. It's a good message. It's good to have that in your oracle deck. It's not a message I haven't any of my other oracle decks, so it's not how I would think of Isis, but I guess I don't know. Isolde, Undying Love. Yeah, well, that definitely makes sense. Oh, the colors on this are so beautiful. Isolde isn't really a goddess either, neither is Guinevere. Isolde and Tristan, they have undying love, and they fell in love because of a love potion that was, I'm pretty sure, meant for someone else. But they are considered to, to be a great love story. And isn't love always, I don't know, does it ever go as planned? Do you think that Cupid's arrows ever hit where they're supposed to? I think maybe there's a thing, an unexplored little thing there, that Cupid's arrows never hit where they're quote-unquote supposed to. And love is always kind of an accident. Love is always kind of, it's not planned. I don't even know. I think it could be one of the things that the fates don't even have control of. They can't even. Love is a wild card. Love is a wild card. It could be some kind of song or something. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. Regardless of how it happened. Regardless of how messed up or how accidental, or how maybe you were supposed to be in love with someone else. And someone was supposed to be in love with someone else, but nope. Yeah. This card directly relates to a very specific person for me, and that's all I can say. These are sticking together. Ishtar. Okay. Can I say Ishtar again? She's Mayan. I love her. She don't look like that, but I guess she could. You're channeling for divine healing power. Medicine woman. Ishtar. She is so amazing. She takes on a rabbit form at times, or a hare. She is a moon goddess. She does represent healing. She represents she escaped from an abusive husband and hid. She has an incredible story. I love her. My patron. That's breathtaking. Seriously, Kali. Endings and beginnings. Perfect, okay? I don't care about any other card. They got Kali. Kali seems right. Endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Oh. Kali gives me all the shivers, man. I love the blue in this card. I love the lotus in her hand. The third eye. Oh. Here from my Divine Feminine is my other Kali. They're both beautiful and amazing. She literally reminds me of Kelly Monaco, who I believe she won on Dancing with the Stars. She's from General Hospital. I don't know. I have seen her always when I look at this. This Kali, Mother of the Universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. These go together very well. There's no disagreement on the meaning of Kali whatsoever. This card to me in the Divine Feminine deck really stands out, and this Kali stands out in here too as like the most powerful card of the deck. And I found Kali from this deck. I had heard of her before. I was interested in her before. Actually, I didn't find her from this deck, but her message in this deck spoke to me and really called me back. I had actually, now that I think about it, had taken some extensive notes on Kali and studied Kali before. But yeah, she called me back from that deck. And yeah. All of the chills. Man. Yeah. Yeah, I can wax on. Kuan Yin, compassion. Kuan Yin was one of the first goddess energies that I worked with. So many years ago. Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light of what is within everyone. That's a nice little message. It's a little fluffy, I feel, for Kuan Yin. I don't think of her as fluffy at all. Even though you might think compassion is soft and fluffy, I don't know. Compassion is I always felt like one of my qualities. I have a lot of compassion towards others. When I'm working and I hear one of my coworkers being yelled at by a customer, and it's not me, it's someone else, I feel very protective. I feel very much like, back off my coworker. And I don't know, I guess that's protective more than compassion, but I do feel a lot of compassion. I feel The Secret Life of Bees was a book that I read that there were 3 sisters, and one of them just felt all the pain of everywhere in the world, and she had newspaper clippings of all the bad things happen. Whenever I read something, I can't do it for long. I'm scrolling through Facebook and there's, all of these horrible stories about people doing horrible things to each other. I can't keep reading them. I know people do horrible things to each other. I don't need every instance of it. And, if I read a story about a baby dying, a child getting shot in school, when my middle son was in kindergarten, there was a newspaper story about a 5-year-old boy who brought a gun to school and accidentally shot a classmate. Stuff like that just breaks my heart. I will cry for someone else before I will cry for myself. I'll cry for a character in a movie before I will necessarily cry for myself. I'll cry for, So anyway, and Kuan Yin was one of the first. I used to pray to her quite a lot in troubled times for her compassion. For myself and for my children. Move on. Moving on. Lakshmi. Yes, I have heard of Lakshmi before. I don't know if I've seen this card. I don't think so. But I think that's a pretty accurate rendering of Lakshmi. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. Well, isn't that? Bright future. Okay. Ma'at. Never sure how to pronounce that. Another Egyptian goddess. Fairness. She's got her weights. So, if you're taroting, you've got justice, which she does represent justice. Justice and fairness, which could be arguably be two different things that overlap sometimes. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Good to know. Maeve. I love the name Maeve. And I'm pretty sure she's Celtic. Cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. It's really great. I'm at 31, guys. I'm at 31, and I still have all these cards to get through. I talk too much. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this in 2 parts because I wanted to upload. So, you know, I'll be right back with part 2. And for now, this is Ultraviolet Morgan saying blessed be and see you soon.